1 Chronicles chapter 7. Descendants of Issachar. The sons of Issachar: Tola, Puah, Jashub, and Shimron, 4. The sons of Tola: Uzi, Raphiah, Jeriel, Jamai, Ibsam, and Shemuel, heads of their fathers' houses, namely of Tola, mighty warriors of their generations, their number in the days of David being 22,600. The son of Uzi: Izariah, and the sons of Izariah: Michael, Obadiah, Joel, and Isaiah. All 5 of them were chief men. And along with them, by their generations, according to their fathers' houses, were units of the army for war, 36,000, for they had many wives and sons. Their kinsmen belonging to all the clans of Issachar were in all 87,000 mighty warriors, enrolled by genealogy. Descendants of Benjamin. The sons of Benjamin: Bela, Becher, and Jediel, 3. The sons of Bela: Esbon, Uzi, Uziel, Jeremoth, and Uri, 5. Heads of fathers' houses, mighty warriors, and their enrollment by genealogies was 22,034. The sons of Becher: Zemirah, Joash, Eleazar, Elionai, Omri, Jeremoth, Abijah, Anathoth, and Elameth. All these were the sons of Becher, and their enrollment by genealogies, according to their generations, as heads of their fathers' houses, mighty warriors, was 20,200. The son of Jediel: Bilhan, and the sons of Bilhan: Jeush, Benjamin, Ehud, Chenanah, Zethan, Tarshish, and Ahihahar. All these were the sons of Jediel, according to the heads of their fathers' houses, mighty warriors, 17,200, able to go to war. And Shupim and Hupim were the sons of Hushim, the son of Aher. Descendants of Naphtali. The sons of Naphtali: Jaziel, Guni, Jezer, and Shalom. The descendants of Bilhah. Descendants of Manasseh. The sons of Manasseh: Azriel, whom his Armenian concubine bore. She bore Machir, the father of Gilead. And Machir took a wife for Hupim and for Shupim. The name of his sister was Makkah, and the name of the second was Zelophehad, and Zelophehad had daughters. And Makkah, the wife of Machir, bore a son, and she called his name Peresh. And the name of his brother was Sheresh, and his sons were Ulam and Rakem. The son of Ulam: Bedan. These were the sons of Gilead, the son of Machir, son of Manasseh, and his sister Hamelecheth bore Ishad, Abiezer, and Mala. The sons of Shemida were Ahihan, Shechem, Likhi, and Aniam. Descendants of Ephraim. The sons of Ephraim: Shuthelah, and Bered his son, Tahath his son, Eliadah his son, Tahath his son, Zabad his son, Shuthelah his son, and Ezer and Eliad, whom the men of Gath who were born in the land killed, because they came down to raid their livestock. And Ephraim their father mourned many days, and his brothers came to comfort him. And Ephraim went into his wife, and she conceived and bore a son, and he called his name Beriah, because disaster had befallen his house. His daughter was Sherah, who built both lower and upper Beth Horon, and Uzan, Sherah. Repha was his son, Resheph his son, Tela his son, Tahan his son, Ladan his son, Amihud his son, Elishama his son, Nun his son, Joshua his son. Their possessions and settlements were Bethel and its towns, and to the east Naran, and to the west Gezer and its towns, Shechem and its towns, and Aiah and its towns. Also in possession of the Manassites, Beth Shean and its towns, Tanakh and its towns, Megiddo and its towns, Dor and its towns. In these lived the sons of Joseph, the son of Israel. Descendants of Asher. The sons of Asher, Imnah, Ishvah, Ishvi, Beriah, and their sister Sarah. The sons of Beriah, Heber and Malchiel, who fathered Zaeth. Heber fathered Japhlet, Shomer, Hotham, and their sister Shua. The sons of Japhlet, Pasak, Bimhal, and Ashvath. These are the sons of Japhlet. The sons of Shemer his brother, Roga, Jehubah, and Aram. The sons of Helem his brother, Jophah, Imnah, Shelesh, and Amal. The sons of Zophah, Shua, Harnepher, Shual, Beri, Imrah, Bezer, Hod, Shammah, Shilshah, Ithran, and Bera. The sons of Jether, Jephunneh, Pispah, and Ara. The sons of Ulah, Ara, Haniel, and Rizia. All of these were men of Asher, heads of fathers' houses, approved, mighty warriors, chiefs of the princes. Their number enrolled by genealogies for service in war was 26,000 men. Chapter 8. A genealogy of Saul. Benjamin fathered Bela his firstborn, Ashbel the second, Aharah the third, Nohah the fourth, and Rapha the fifth. And Bela had sons, Adar, Gera, Abihud, Abishua, Naaman, Ahoah, Gera, Shephuphan, and Huram. These are the sons of Ehud. They are heads of fathers' houses of the inhabitants of Geba, and they were carried into exile to Manahath. Naaman, Ahijah, and Gera, that is, Heglam, who fathered Uzzah and Ahihud. And Shariam fathered sons in the country of Moab after he had sent away Hushim and Bara his wives. He fathered sons by Hodesh his wife, Jobab, Zibiah, Mesha, Melcham, Jeuz, Sachia, and Mirma. These were his sons, heads of fathers' houses. He also fathered sons of Hushim, Abitub, and Elpal. The sons of Elpal, Eber, Misham, and Shemed, who built Ono and Lod with its towns, and Beriah and Shema. They were heads of fathers' houses of the inhabitants of Aijalon, who caused the inhabitants of Gath to flee. And Ahio, Shashak, and Jeremoth. Zebediah, Arad, Eder, Michael, Ishpah, and Joha were sons of Beriah. Zebediah, Meshullam, Hizki, Heber, Ishmeriah, Isliah, and Jobab were the sons of Elpal. Joachim, Zikri, Zabdi, Elinai, Zilithai, Eliel, Adiah, Beriah, and Shimrath were sons of Shimei. Ishpan, Eber, Eliel, Abdon, Zikri, Hanan, Hananiah, Elam, Thijah, Ifdai, and Penuel were the sons of Shashak. Shamshurai, Shariah, Athaliah, Jereshiah, Elijah, and Zikri were the sons of Jeroham. These were the heads of fathers' houses according to their generations, chief men. These lived in Jerusalem. Jael, the father of Gibeon, lived in Gibeon, and the name of his wife was Maachah. His firstborn son, Abdon, then Zur, Kish, Baal, Nadab, Gedor, Ahio, Zechar, and Mikloth. He fathered Shemaiah. Now these also lived opposite their kinsmen in Jerusalem, with their kinsmen. Ner was the father of Kish, Kish of Saul, Saul of Jonathan, Malchishua, Abinadab, and Eshbaal. And the son of Jonathan was Meribbaal, and Meribbaal was the father of Micah. And the sons of Micah, Pithon, Melech, Tariah, and Ahaz. Ahaz fathered Jehodah, and Jehodah fathered Elameth, Asmaveth, and Zimri. Zimri fathered Moza. Moza fathered Benaiah. Rapha was his son, Eleasah his son, Azel his son. Azel had 6 sons, and these are their names: Azrikam, Bocheru, Ishmael, Shariah, Obadiah, and Hanan. All these were the sons of Azel. The sons of Eshek, his brother, Ulam, his firstborn, Jeush the second, and Eliphalet the third. The sons of Ulam were men who were mighty warriors, bowmen, having many sons and grandsons, 150. All these were Benjaminites. Chapter 9. The genealogy of the returned exiles. So all Israel was recorded in genealogies, and these are written in the book of the kings of Israel. And Judah was taken into exile in Babylon because of their breach of faith. Now the first to dwell again in their possession in their cities were Israel, the priests, the Levites, and the temple servants. And some of the people of Judah, Benjamin, Ephraim, and Manasseh lived in Jerusalem. Uthai, the son of Ammihud, son of Omri, son of Imri, son of Bani, from the sons of Perez, the son of Judah. And of the Shilonites, Asaiah the firstborn, and his sons. Of the sons of Zerah, Jeuel, and their kinsmen, 690. Of the Benjaminites, Salu the son of Meshullam, son of Hodaviah, son of Hasanua, Ibniah the son of Jeroham, Ella the son of Uzi, son of Mikri, and Meshullam the son of Shephatiah, son of Reuel, son of Ibnijah, and their kinsmen according to their generations, 956. All these were heads of fathers' houses according to their fathers' houses. Of the priests, Jediah, Jehorib, Joshin, and Azariah the son of Hilkiah, son of Meshullam, son of Zadok, son of Merioth, son of Ahitub, the chief officer of the house of God. And Adiah, the son of Jeroham, son of Pashur, son of Melchijah, and Masai, the son of Adiel, son of Jazerah, son of Meshullam, son of Meshulamith, son of Immer, besides their kinsmen, heads of their fathers' houses, 1,760, mighty men for the work of the service of the house of God. Of the Levites, Shemaiah the son of Hashub, son of Azrikam, son of Hashabiah, of the sons of Merari, and Bakar, Haresh, Galal, and Mattaniah, the son of Micah, son of Zikri, son of Asaph, and Obadiah, the son of Shemaiah, son of Galal, son of Jeduthun, and Berechiah, the son of Asa, son of Elkanah, who lived in the villages of the Netophathites. The gatekeepers were Shallum, Akub, Talmon, Ahiman, and their kinsmen. Shallum was the chief. Until then they were in the king's gate on the east side as the gatekeepers of the camps of the Levites. Shallum the son of Kor, son of Ebiasaph, son of Korah, and his kinsmen of his father's house, the Korathites, were in charge of the work of the service, keepers of the thresholds of the tent, as their fathers had been in charge of the camp of the Lord, keepers of the entrance. And Phinehas the son of Eleazar was the chief officer over them in time past. The Lord was with him. Zechariah the son of Meshelemiah was gatekeeper at the entrance of the tent of meeting. All these who were chosen as gatekeepers at the thresholds were 212. They were enrolled by genealogies in their villages. David and Samuel the seer established them in their office of trust. So they and their sons were in charge of the gates of the house of the Lord, that is, the house of the tent, as guards. The gatekeepers were on 4 sides, east, west, north, and south. And their kinsmen who were in their villages were obligated to come in every 7 days, in turn, to be with these. For their 4 chief gatekeepers, who were Levites, were entrusted to be over the chambers and the treasures of the house of God. And they lodged around the house of God, for on them lay the duty of watching, and they had charge of opening it every morning. Some of them had charge of the utensils of service, for they were required to count them when they were brought in and taken out. Others of them were appointed over the furniture and over all the holy utensils, also over the fine flour, the wine, the oil, the incense, and the spices. Others of the sons of the priests prepared the mixing of the spices. The Mattathiah, one of the Levites, the firstborn of Shallum, the Korahite, was entrusted with making the flat cakes. Also some of their kinsmen of the Kohathites had charge of the showbread, to prepare it every Sabbath. Now these, the singers, the heads of the fathers' houses of the Levites, were in the chamber of the temple free from other service, for they were on duty day and night. These were heads of fathers' houses of the Levites, according to their generations, leaders. These lived in Jerusalem. Saul's genealogy repeated. In Gibeon lived the father of Gibeon, Jeiel, and the name of his wife was Maacah, and his firstborn son Abdon, then Zur, Kish, Baal, Ner, Nadab, Gedor, Ahio, Zechariah, and Mikloth. And Mikloth was the father of Shimeam. And these also lived opposite their kinsmen in Jerusalem, with their kinsmen. Ner fathered Kish, Kish fathered Saul, Saul fathered Jonathan, Malchi-Shua, Abinadab, and Eshbaal. And the son of Jonathan was Meribbaal, and Meribbaal fathered Micah. The sons of Micah, Pithon, Melech, Tariah, and Ahaz. And Ahaz fathered Jerah, and Jerah fathered Alemeth, Asmaveth, and Zimri. And Zimri fathered Moza. Moza fathered Benaiah, and Raphiah was his son. Eliasah, his son. Azel, his son. Azel had 6 sons, and these are their names: Azrikam, Bokeru, Ishmael, Shariah, Obadiah, and Hanan. These were the sons of Azel. Chapter 10. The death of Saul and his sons. Now the Philistines fought against Israel, and the men of Israel fled before the Philistines and fell slain on Mount Gilboa. And the Philistines overtook Saul and his sons, and the Philistines struck down Jonathan and Abinadab and Malchi-Shua, the sons of Saul. The battle pressed hard against Saul, and the archers found him, and he was wounded by the archers. Then Saul said to his armor-bearer, "Draw your sword and thrust me through with it, lest these uncircumcised come and mistreat me." But his armor-bearer would not, for he feared greatly. Therefore Saul took his own sword and fell upon it. And when his armor-bearer saw that Saul was dead, he also fell upon his sword and died. Thus Saul died. He and his 3 sons and all his house died together. And when all the men of Israel who were in the valley saw that the army had fled and that Saul and his sons were dead, they abandoned their cities and fled, and the Philistines came and lived in them. The next day, when the Philistines came to strip the slain, they found Saul and his sons fallen on Mount Gilboa. And they stripped him and took his head and his armor, and sent messengers throughout the land of the Philistines to carry the good news to their idols and to the people. And they put his armor in the temple of their gods, and fastened his head in the temple of Dagon. But when all Jabesh Gilead heard all that the Philistines had done to Saul, all the valiant men arose and took away the body of Saul and the bodies of his sons, and brought them to Jabesh. And they buried their bones under the oak in Jabesh, and fasted 7 days. So Saul died for his breach of faith. He broke faith with the Lord in that he did not keep the command of the Lord, and also consulted a medium, seeking guidance. He did not seek guidance from the Lord. Therefore the Lord put him to death and turned the kingdom over to David the son of Jesse.